Welcome to my lecture. I'm Dr.M.Isai from Department of Zoology. Now I'm going to explain about the cancer genetics. Before going into detail, let me brief the introduction of cancer. Cancer can be defined as the development of abnormal growth of multiplication of cell and that can divide uncontrollably. And they have the ability to infiltrate or penetrate, destroy normal body tissues, and it has the ability to spread throughout the body. Cancer is the second leading cause of death in the world after heart diseases. It is a multifactorial disease associated with many disorders, and it's characterized by the presence of cells that do not respond normal control cell division. And also they have immortalization, transformation, and metastasis. The cancer cells can divide uncontrollably and continuously, rapidly, and that produce a mass of cell is called tumors. How can we differentiate benign from malignant? And the malignant tumors looks like abnormal lump or growth of cells. These growth are cancerous growth. The malignant tumors can grow rapidly and invade other parts of the body, hence it is called malignant. This tumor threatening the patient's life. And coming to benign tumor, these are non-cancerous. It can grow slowly and not invade to other part of the body. And we can remove the benign tumor by surgically. How to identify normal cells from cancer cells? The normal cells, it can grow, divide, and die. It can be regulated by internal and external signals. In the case of cancer cells, can be unregulated growth and production of mass of cells. Here, the internal and external signals are disrupted by mutation and it can divide uncontrollably. This pictures the normal cell division shows the healthy cells divide and differentiate into any forms of cells. In case of cancer cell division, healthy cells can transform into cancer cell due to mutation and it become a incomplete differentiation. And what are the factors associated with cancer? There are many factors are responsible for cancer, such as environmental factor, endogenous and exogenous factors, and also individual factors such as genetic predisposition also cause cancer. The environmental factors such as lifestyle, that is nutrition, when the nutrition deficiency and excess of nutrition also cause cancer, use of tobacco, loss of less physical activity. And natural occurring exposure such as ultraviolet light, radon gas, and infectious diseases also cause cancer. And some of the medical treatment and treatment through radiation and few medicines also cause cancer. Not all chemicals and substances from the environment are harmful. Exposure of some of the chemicals that can damage the DNA that cause mutation that leads to cancer. What are the different kinds of cancer? Cancer can be classified based on the types. There are 5 main groups. Number 1 is carcinoma, number 2 sarcoma, number 3 leukemia, number 4 lymphoma and myeloma, number 5 brain and spinal cord cancer. The carcinoma, this cancer begins in the skin or in tissues that line or cover internal organs. And this can be in 4 different subtypes. Number 1 is adenocarcinoma, basal cell carcinoma, squamous cell carcinoma, and transitional cell carcinoma. And the sarcoma cancer begins in the connective or supportive tissues such as bone cartilage, fat, muscle, or blood vessels. The leukemia, the white blood cells also will be damaged. The lymphoma and myeloma, the cells of immune system are affected. The brain and the spinal cord cancer is also known as central nervous system cancers. And what are the genes are responsible for cancer? In cancer, cell division can be stimulated by two signals. Number one is a stimulation, number two is inhibition cell division. In stimulation cell division, stimulatory genes are responsible. In stimulatory genes are always hyperactive and its dominance. These genes are called oncogenes. Simply says oncogenes are cancers causing gene. And the inhibitory genes, they are inactive and recessive genes. These are all the tumor suppressor genes. Here, I would like to show you few examples of oncogenes. Number one is MIC, that is T cell lymphoma, T cell leukemia cause T cell leukemia, and BCL1 cause chronic B cell leukemia, and the ABL gene is responsible for lymphatic leukemia. And what are oncogenes and the tumor suppressor genes? The oncogenes, as I said earlier, oncogenes are cancer-causing genes. This oncogene was first identified in sarcoma in chicken. This was first identified by Peyton Ross, hence the name is Ross sarcoma virus. It's simply call it as SRC. The more than 70 oncogenes were discovered. Here, the DNA sequence of normal cells resemble oncogene, hence it is called proto-oncogenes. And coming to tumor suppressor genes, tumor suppressor gene was identified in 1987. It is a normal recessive gene. This tumor suppressor gene prevents the development of tumor, hence it is called anti-oncogene. The large segment of chromosomes 13 were missing in all cells of retinoblastoma tumor. The retinoblastoma gene is a best example for tumor suppressor gene. The retinoblastoma develops when both alleles of retinoblastoma tumor suppressor gene are lost or inactivated by mutation. Cancer and hereditary. The human cancer are not hereditary and not contagious, but it is genetically altered in one or many ways. Some of the somatic mutation can cause the conversion or transformation of normal cells into cancer cells. This somatic mutation not transferred to the next generation. The best example is breast cancer. Breast cancer is caused or the gene, breast cancer gene. The name of the gene is BRCA1. This gene is responsible for breast cancer. BRCA1 is located in Q21 of 17th chromosome. It contains 1 lakh bases and the protein of 1,863 amino acids. There are 100 different mutations spread out along these genes. This condition occurs 1 in 500 females. And another genes were identified, namely BRCA2. This was identified and discovered in the year 1992. This also causes breast cancer, but in men. Coming to conclusion, cancer is a result of multi-step process that requires several mutations, and this cancer genetics may help physicians to find out the better way to predict person's risk factors, cancer diagnosis, and for the treatment. Thank you.